We are following breaking news out of Harford County tonight. The search for a suspect is on right now after police say a woman was murdered along the Ma and Pa Trail in Bel Air. It is a popular recreational trail many consider safe. They say 37-year-old Rachel Marin went missing yesterday. Police say they found a body they strongly believe to be Rachel this afternoon. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary Bubala. Tonight, police won't rule out a threat to the community with no suspect in custody yet, but the trail is open. Fox 45's Vincent Hill joins us live from Bel Air with the latest on this developing story. Vincent?
Yeah, Mary, the Harford County Sheriff says he's hoping to find answers and find them fast to put the public at ease as they search for a killer. Now, according to the sheriff, Rachel Warren's boyfriend says she left home around 6 p.m. yesterday to go to the Ma and Pa Trail. When she didn't return home as expected, she was reported missing. Police found her car near the trail, and a search for Rachel lasted well into the night. And just after 1 o'clock this afternoon, a citizen found a body somewhere along the trail. Now, Sheriff Gaylor says although the ME must positively identify that body, he believes it to be Rachel. Sheriff Gaylor not providing many details about the crime scene, but hinting that the crime may have been horrific.
Sheriff, you mentioned a homicide. I know it's early in the investigation, but what made you make that determination that this was in fact a homicide versus an accident?
There's indicators that our detectives have no doubt, and I'm not going to go into what physically they observed at the scene, but the investigators believe, and yeah, sadly, it's a homicide case.
And right now, it's unclear what time Rachel was cleared. Of course, investigators will be looking from 6 p.m. when she was last seen up until the time she was found. Her car was towed in for processing in hopes to find clues leading to her killer. Mary?
And Vincent, you've been reviewing some of the scanner audio surrounding this murder. What did you find out?
Yeah, Mary, it goes to what the sheriff was alluding to, just how horrific this may have been. Take a listen.
We just received a call from a who's advising that she has located the missing Rachel Morin subject on the Ma and Pa in a tunnel that runs under 23 Priority 4 near mile marker 2.75 on the Ma and Pa.
And again, right now, there are no suspects or persons of interest. For now, we're live in Bel Air. Vincent Hill, Fox 45 News.
Vincent, thank you. Rachel's sister has created a GoFundMe to help cover funeral costs. The GoFundMe says Rachel was a mother of 5, and any funds left after the funeral will go directly to them. It has raised more than $17,000 in just 4 hours. Now, to give you a little more perspective on the Ma and Pa Trail, it is about 5 miles long altogether with separate segments in Bel Air, Edgeley Grove, and Forest Hill. The Bel Air section is the longest at 1.9 miles. The Bel Air section where this murder happened includes a dog park, equestrian center, and children's playground. The website touts the trail's safety, saying there have been few reports of crime in the more than 10 years that the trail has been open. The trail also has monitors, volunteers with Parks and Rec that are present on the trail to handle minor problems and call for help if needed. The Harford County Sheriff's speaking to the safety of the trail tonight.
We understand that this is going to cause a lot of concern. The trail, the crime scene down there has been processed. The trail will be reopened. It was closed during crime scene processing, but you know, trail always been, we've had minor incidents, but it's always known to be a pretty safe place. But with that in mind, and with this incident in mind, the trail is going to reopen. We ask everyone to use good judgment on the trail, and not just on the trail, but in everyday life, but always be aware of your surroundings.
Well, here are some tips to make sure you stay safe when walking on trails or really anywhere else. Avoid wearing earbuds when you're walking or running so you can hear what's going on around you. Don't use the same routine every day. Mix things up so no one can track you. Run or walk with a friend and let your family know where you are. Carry a whistle or some other alert, and if you see something unusual or something that makes you uncomfortable, call police. The sheriff says there will be increased security on the Ma and Pa Trail. A lot of attention on social media. Many are so sad and really frightened over this woman's murder in Harford County. Let's take a look at some of the things people are saying tonight. Chad said, so sad this beautiful young lady's life was taken by a monster. Hope they can catch the person responsible soon. This is way too close to my home. Loyal Tasha says, so scary to know this is right around the corner for me. I heard she was an extremely nice person. May she rest in peace. Patty says, this is absolutely heartbreaking. It is extremely difficult to fathom something like this taking place in our beautiful county. The sheriff also speaking to the impact the story is having on social media, saying their initial Facebook post received more than 11,000 shares. Always
thankful to our citizens here in Harford County who assist us in solving so many crimes by sharing information that's more the good side of social media. The bad side is there's also been a lot of false or early information shared. So we always, along with thanking the public, ask the public to be careful in what they share in their comments to make sure it's factual and based on information that we have put out.
Now, Fox 45 News will continue to follow this developing story. We will be live in Harford County all morning long on Fox 45 Morning News. Download the Fox 45 News app to be sure you don't miss any updates, even when we're not on air.
Juvenile crime continues as lawmakers meet about the problem as a 15-year-old boy is arrested in connection with the Brooklyn Day mass shooting.
He is the third teenager arrested in connection with the shooting just this week. Two 14-year-olds are also in custody for a shooting near Lansdowne Middle School.
Today, there were two hearings, one on juvenile crime and one on the Brooklyn Day mass shooting. In Baltimore, a mother's testimony brought city council members to tears.
A helicopter who's hundreds of feet in the air will tell you as they look down from hundreds of feet in the air that everything looks normal. What's your normal? I challenge you, what is your normal? Let them take each other out. Is that your normal?
You understand the tears when you hear that.
Absolutely.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary Bubala.
And I'm Kai Jackson. The 15-year-old boy arrested in the Brooklyn Day mass shooting is one of 5 young people facing charges in that incident.
And from shootings to car thefts, we have seen an alarming number of young suspects and victims over the past few months.
Fox 45 has documented it all, holding elected leaders accountable at the state and city levels. Tonight, the demand for answers continues.
Is it a priority for you? As a lawmaker here in Baltimore County, we saw kids using guns in Lansdowne. We've had issues with DJS.
Yes, obviously, yes.
As you see, Mackenzie Frost pressing lawmakers in Annapolis after an hours-long hearing on juvenile justice.
Rebecca Pryor has a closer look at the emotional Baltimore City Council hearing on the Brooklyn Day mass shooting that ended early in tears.
But our team coverage begins tonight with Jeff Abel and just how bad the juvenile crime has gotten in the past few months.
Bullets tear through the home of a murdered Baltimore teen.
This was not, shooting into the sky to send a warning. These were bullets fired into the house.
As the family of Deontay Dorsey moves to safety, Fox 45 News looks at what lawmakers are doing to protect witnesses. Mayor Brandon Scott has reached a deal with BGE over Baltimore's underground infrastructure. Why his colleagues say the Board of Estimates vote should never have happened. With math test scores dropping in Baltimore public schools, Fox 45 News Project Baltimore investigates why cuts are being proposed to a program allowing families more choice where kids go to school. Is Baltimore's new law cracking down on street racing working? The evidence put forth by a council member who backed the bill.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News at 10.
We are following breaking news in Towson right now, where we're hearing reports of another shooting near Towson Circle, just steps from the movie theater.
You can see from Citizen app video of that incident on the right side of your screen. There's also a heavy police presence in that Towson area.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary Bubala.
I'm Kai Jackson. Fox 45's Jeff Abel is live right now. He joins us with more. Jeff?
That's right. We are right here in the heart of Towson, where the Towson Circle is just one block that way. And then right over here, a block that way, is the entrance to the Towson Town Center. And right down here, right on Delaware Street, in the heart of the community, is where the bullets started flying tonight. We do have some pictures of the scene taken just moments after the gunfire rocked this area this evening. We understand one man was hit by the gunfire and fell in the middle of Delaware Street here earlier tonight. We have heard he is in various serious condition as well. Neighbors in a nearby apartment tower that towers over this area could only watch in horror as they saw all of this go down.
The only thing that I saw, which was talking with the neighbor, is that the neighbor heard about 5 shots. And once the shots happened, apparently there was an individual that walked over to the victim and looked at that victim and then walked away. And I don't know if the police apprehended that individual or not.
As you can see, police still very much an active investigation going on here in Towson. A 2-block area from the Circle all the way down to the entrance of the mall still blocked off. It's been blocked off for about an hour and a half this evening. And so far, we are waiting on information about who may have started this shooting and why. It's still very much unclear. We'll keep you updated for live in Towson tonight. Jeff Abel, Fox 45 News.
Jeff, thank you. We'll check back in with you as well. As Jeff mentioned, Towson has seen a number of violent incidents lately within just a few blocks of each other. It started in late December when police say 7 juveniles were arrested in connection with a chaotic crowd at Towson Town Circle.
Now, on February 2nd, police say 3 people were sexually assaulted at gunpoint in an alley just steps from Towson Circle.
And 1 week ago, police say a man was shot at the intersection of West Towson Town Boulevard and Washington Avenue. Now, despite those incidents, we have heard county officials say Towson is a safe place.
This is not the norm. Towson is a very safe, it's a very vibrant place. I have a daughter who's 17 who's planning on, she's accepted it at Towson, and if I didn't think it was a safe place, I wouldn't let her go to Towson.
Well, we want to hear from you. Do you feel safe in Towson? This poll just opened. So far, 100% of voters say no. Head to foxbaltimore.com/vote. Click on the Pulse tab to weigh in.
Fox 45 News will continue to demand answers from Baltimore County leaders about the recent violence in Towson. You can find all of our reporting, including our questioning of Baltimore County Executive John Ilshevsky, on our website, foxbaltimore.com.